I'm sure everyone's been here at some point. This was when I was finally able to have my girlfriend at the time over for the first time, as her peeps weren't cool with it up to this point in our relationship. My family was throwing a Christmas party, and they asked me if she would like to come, which she'd be doing a lot of that night, of course. And I was like, yeah, for sure, I can ask her. So her parents drop her off at my place, and I come out to greet her as any man would do. I'm looking snazzy in my red flannel, she's looking snazzy in her black clothing. I bring my lady inside and we say hi to everyone. We start chilling with my family for a few, talking and drinking some soda. Just a normal Christmas party really, nothing too interesting. Eventually we get bored and we head downstairs. At this point of time my room is still being worked on, so we had to hang out in the mini living room that we had down there. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing, just we would be out in the open for anyone to see if they came down the stairs or even just peek their heads around the stairs. We weren't planning on doing anything anyways, so it wasn't that big of a deal. We were just happy to see each other like normal people do instead of sneaking over to the other's house and hiding our relationship, which we had to do up to this point. We put on some YouTube, probably something like PewDiePie or Markiplier since that's what we mainly watched, then laid down on the couch, grabbed a blanket and got all cozy with each other. So we're enjoying the holiday spirit and whatever the fuck we're watching, and then a few minutes go by and things start to get a little bit intimate. Not like full blown or anything, just teasing and that kind of jazz. So that goes on for a little while, and then we start getting handsy with each other. Everything's going great until we hear the door open and we're like, oh shit. Like we literally gave each other the same exact look, and I had no idea what the fuck to do. We look up to see my dad coming down the stairs. If he needed help with anything, I was fucked because my pants were down and her pants were down, and the only thing hiding our shit was the blanket we had over us. But for some reason, I was real confident and I had a feeling that I could shimmy my way out of this sticky situation. So he gets downstairs, says hi, then he's like, how come you guys aren't watching any TV? I'm sure there's some Christmas movies or something on there. And we're like, oh yeah, we know, we're just watching some stuff on YouTube. My dad's never been a fan of that, so he asked for the remote. So now I'm worried, since my hands are, wet. And I don't want him to notice that the remote's wet and ask what the two of us have been up to. So I grab the remote, and I can clearly remember seeing my wet fingerprints on it. And all I was thinking was, I'm so fucked. But if I play it cool, he might not care. So I hand him the remote, and he turns on the TV. I don't remember if he put on Home Alone or if it was already on, but that's what we ended up watching. Anyways, he doesn't notice anything off and he hands me back the remote. He says he loves me and to put whatever I want on, then heads back upstairs, and me and my girlfriend breathed the biggest sigh of relief. She had little to no faith in me being able to play it off like I did, but my mediocre acting with a little bit of luck got us just by. It's a real good thing we had that blanket over us, because this whole situation would have went completely differently, and I'm sure she wouldn't have been allowed over for quite some time. So after this close call, we take some time to decompress what the fuck just happened, and then we're like, no one's gonna come down here for a while theoretically, and so we start to do some more handsy stuff, and then eventually a little more than just handsy stuff. We turn up the TV so that it's less likely for them to hear the noises being made downstairs, since now we're basically at the level right before sex, if you know what I mean. So we're doing this for a good amount of time, and as she's doing some stuff, we hear the damn basement door slam shut. I kid you not, we both shit ourselves in that very moment. It could have been because of how loud the TV was, honestly, but we just heard it slam and footsteps go away from the door. So she quickly pulls up her pants and frantically zips up her zipper, then throws on her shirt, and I help her connect her bra. Funny side note, it took about 1.5 years for me to understand how to unsnap her bras. Not too sure why it took so long, but for my sake, I'll blame it on deja vu of this day. Anyways, after we both put on our clothes, we pretty much know we're fucked. Like someone totally just saw us. And there's no way they're not going to tell my dad that I was getting a blowjob in the basement while everyone else was upstairs enjoying the party. We're sitting on the couch, thinking of what just happened. I ask her if she saw anyone. She's like, dude, I obviously wasn't looking at the fucking door. I was looking at your dick. Like, no, I didn't see anyone. She didn't sound like that. I thought it would be funny. Anyways, so she did, however, see the light from upstairs flood the basement stairway briefly before it slammed shut, though. So we definitely knew we weren't somehow hearing the same weird thing or making it up in our minds. I'm like, "You sure you didn't see anyone?" She's like, "Yes, babe, I'm sure. I just saw the light." We start preparing to be yelled at or something along those lines, and we get all dressed up. We're waiting for a few minutes, and surprisingly, nothing happens. Now we're thinking that it might have been one of the kids opening the door and shutting it, since that's what my younger siblings would sometimes do. But it didn't line up with hearing heavy-ass footsteps stomp away from the door at all. So we were just trying to calm each other down, honestly. But a few more minutes go by and still nothing happens. And since nothing happens, we decide that no one saw us, despite the fact we knew someone definitely did, and we amp up the heat even more. I don't really know why almost getting caught, or technically getting away with getting caught, made us want to have sex. But yeah, we decided to have sex right then and there. And not only did we have sex, but we also filmed it. Yeah, some freaky bastards, I know. I'm not going into details, but I will say that we made sure that she could see the stairs while we were going at it, just in case. Not that it would save our asses, but it'd be better than nothing, you know? Never know. This time, no one comes down the stairs, and we're both able to finish peacefully. But yeah, honestly, that's the end of the story. The funny thing is, I still have no idea who the fuck saw us getting at it in the basement, but man, am I grateful no one told my dad or stepmom. There was a few more times we almost got caught, but this was easily the best story to tell, at least for right now. I'll probably get into a few of the ones, like, my little sister may or may not have caught us doing it, but that's for another time. I hope everyone enjoyed this story time, and if you did, feel free to subscribe or share this video to your friends. And remember, always be aware of your surroundings before you decide to get laid or make a porno at a party. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you soon. Be safe.